Hey folks, this is Bardic Dragoon. Welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, predictably enough, we're going to be playing Mass Effect 3. The third game in the Mass Effect trilogy, released in 2012 for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. As with the previous two games, we are playing this on the PC, because that's what I own it on, and also because it lets me run it in all kinds of fancy resolutions. I think actually on console it only went to 720p. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I can run it at 1080p. I can even run it at higher resolutions. I can run it at 1440p. I might be able to run it at higher, but my monitor isn't big enough to do that, so I'm sad now. Anyway, so with that said, before we jump into the game, a few things to talk about. For some reason options are in the extras. I don't know why. Look at the credits, look at your achievements, and look at the manual, because there isn't a physical manual, so that's the thing. There's a multiplayer mode. We're not really going to touch on that. I really liked the multiplayer mode. I actually wanted to try and get some recording of it. I really didn't, and I suppose I could try now, but I feel like, pardon me, most of the people that are going to be playing and care about Mass Effect's multiplayer are probably going to be playing Andromeda by now, so it's probably a ghost town on the servers. Don't really know, but seems like a logical guess. That said, though, let's jump into the game here. And yeah, we're going to accept the imported face. I originally was thinking of changing the hairstyle and the makeup a little bit, but I'll be honest, I hate all the hairstyles, and I'm not a big fan. I'm actually not just a big fan of makeup on women in general. I don't know. I think it's might be that some women go to, like most women, if they do it, they go too far, and if you can tell it's there. I just don't like that. I don't know. It's the thing about me. I don't know why. I've never really spent much time thinking about it. But yeah. We're of course going to be sticking with Vanguard. And one thing with this game, if you have unlocked any bonus powers, you are forced to choose a bonus power at the beginning of the game. It's kind of the same thing in the first game, but because the first game has no cloud saves or anything like that, I was literally doing it from a clean install, no previous save files or anything like that, so I didn't have anything. On the other hand, this one I have played before, and it has cloud saves, and I suppose I could, turn off cloud saving, desync it, and all that, but I don't know, I just never felt like it. That being said, we are going to go with a specific power. One that you might remember was very fond of in the first game. It's changed a little bit in the way that it works now, but nonetheless, we are going with Carnage. So, there's our profile there. Yeah, unlike the other game, it's not going to give us an option for choosing difficulty, but one thing to be said, Veteran difficulty, what we played the last two games on, is no longer available. However, you don't have to worry about unlocking the next level up Hardcore, so we are stepping up on the difficulty level. Then again, considering we're starting at level 26 in this game, that's probably not a bad idea. I actually briefly thought about going just full balls to the wall and stuck in Insanity, but I don't hate myself. We might change that as the game goes on, but for the moment, we'll leave alone well enough as is. And confirm our selections.
How bad is it?
Bad. We just lost contact with two of our deep space outposts. There's something massive on long-range scanners.
Is this what Shepard warned us about?
I'd stake my life on it.
How long do we have?
Not long. I sent word. The fleet's immobilizing.
God help us all.
Commander.
You're not supposed to call me that anymore, James.
Not supposed to salute you either. We gotta go. The Defense Committee wants to see you.
Sounds important. What's going on?
Couldn't say. Just told me they needed you. Now.
Anderson?
Admiral?
You look good, Shepard. Maybe a little soft around the edges. How you holding up since being relieved from duty?
It's not so bad once you get used to the hot food and soft beds.
We'll get it sorted out.
What's going on? Why is everyone in such a hurry?
Admiral Hackett's mobilizing the fleets. I'm guessing word's made it to Alliance Command. Something big's headed our way.
The Reapers?
We don't know. Not for certain.
What else could it be?
If I knew that.
It's the Reapers, and we're not ready for them, not by a long shot.
Tell that to the Defense Committee.
Unless we're planning to talk the Reapers to death, the committee is a waste of time.
They're just scared. None of them have seen what you've seen. You faced down a Reaper. Hell, you spoke to one, then blew the damn thing up. You've seen how they harvest us, what they plan to do to us. You know more about this enemy than anyone.
That way they grounded me, took away my ship.
You know that's not true. When you blew up the Batarian relay, hundreds of thousands of Batarians died.
It was that or let the Reapers walk through our back door.
I know that, Shepard. And so does the committee. If it wasn't for that, you'd have been court-martialed and left to rot in the brig.
That and your good word.
Yeah, I trust you, Shepard. And so does the committee.
I'm just a soldier, Anderson. I'm no politician.
I don't need you to be either. I just need you to do whatever the hell it takes to help us stop the Reapers.
They're expecting you to, Admiral.
Good luck in there, Shepard.
Anderson? Shepard?
Caden.
How'd it go in there, Major?
Okay, I think. Hard to know. I'm just waiting for orders now.
Major?
You hadn't heard?
No, hadn't.
Sorry, Shepard. It's been... well...
That's okay. Just glad I bumped into you, Caden.
yeah. Me too.
Admiral,
Come on.
You know the commander?
I used to.
Admiral Anderson. Shepard.
What's the situation?
We were hoping you would tell us.
the reports coming in are unlike anything we've seen. Whole colonies have gone dark. We've lost contact with everything beyond the Soul Relay.
Whatever this is, it's incomprehensibly powerful.
You brought me here to confirm what you already know. The Reapers are here.
Then, how do we stop them?
Stop them? This isn't about strategy or tactics. This is about survival. The Reapers are more advanced than we are, more powerful, more intelligent. They don't fear us. And they'll never take pity on us.
But there must be some way.
Each of us has to be willing to die to save humanity. Anything less, and they've already won.
That's it? That's our plan?
Admiral, we've lost contact with Luna Base.
The moon? It couldn't be that close already.
How'd they get past our defenses?
Sir, UK headquarters has a visual.
haven't we heard from Admiral Hackett?
What do we do?
The only thing we can. We fight or we die.
We should get to the Normandy.
Oh my god.
Shepard! Shepard! Come on, get up. Here, take this. We've got to get moving. This is Admiral Anderson. Report in, anyone. Major Alenko, is that you? What's your status? I can't raise the Normandy. You'll have to contact me. We'll meet you at the landing zone. Anderson up. They're massive.
Okay, so I did decide at the end of Mass Effect 2 to do the retrained powers research. So we're gonna first spend some points here. Also, as I said, we have to pick a bonus power. I'm not gonna be spending points on it until, because if you actually hit max level, you actually have more points than you need to max out all of your basic abilities. So we're not going to level up Carnage until we hit the point where we can't level up anything else. Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be a while till we get to the point where I have to decide whether it's a good idea or not. But in the meantime, get our basics out of the way. And and to be honest, the way the charge works, it's a little less broken unless you really push to the last rank where you get that 100% bonus again. Though you started at 50, whereas I think in the Mass Effect 2 you started at 25, so. And new ability we have. Because with Mass Effect 3, basically your ability is the same as Mass Effect 2, but with two exceptions. Each class has a grenade ability that doesn't work within the normal cooldown system. With all the other classes, it's literally a grenade. But for the Vanguard, it is Nova, which basically you expel your shields and a big blast of energy. Useful thing to have. And then the other one is Fitness, which basically boosts health and shields and melee damage. It's an okay skill. It's purely passive. Okay, so with that said, let's see. Oh yeah, need the recharge speed bonus. Maybe. Yes. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, the rest of them are mostly passives that we aren't too concerned with. So we'll focus the rest of this on Fitness and Assault Mastery. Right, that's what's called, the Assault Mastery. Get our passives up first. Alright. We have 19 points. And that's 9 points each. So yeah, we'll be able to get both of them to rank 5. Okay. So, hard decisions. Weapon damage versus power damage. Force and reputation. Now, with the way that the reputation works in this, I'm not quite sure that the reputation bonuses are as good. Squad mate, weapon and power damage, weight capacity. Yeah, let's go with that. And then weight capacity, because that's another new mechanic in this one, so we'll talk about that for the moment. Weight capacity. Weight capacity, basically, every weapon in the game has a certain amount of weight capacity, because unlike the previous games where you're forced a certain loadout, either in the first game to have one of each weapon, and then you just choose what you want to use in that weapon slot, or the second game where each class had certain weapon restrictions. This one, your only real restriction is that you can only equip one of each weapon type, but if you want to, you can run around with all 5 weapons. The thing is, every weapon has a weight capacity. The higher the weight and the more weight you're carrying, the slower your powers cool down. And basically you have a weight capacity, and if you're below that, you get a bonus to power cooldown. If you're above it, you get a penalty. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do that. Do that. And then we can either do the melee damage. We can do rank 6 on... Oh wait, no, we haven't put our point here yet. So with that, having a high weight capacity is a good thing to do if you're going to be a very power-focused class, which is how I like to play this game. So we are going that route. All right. So, actually, wait. No, okay, not yet. Anderson does actually join you as a temporary squad mate.
They'll pick us up if we can get to the space.
And you can actually go into the menu and adjust powers, unlike you could in the first or in the second game with temporary squad mates.
Take a running jump. It's farther than it looks.
Woo!
Come on.
So yeah, this of course is the first level. It's a tutorial level. There's no other way to describe it. It's pretty decent. Actually, no, not really. It teaches you all the absolute basics in case you never played this game before, which, why would you do that? This is the third game in a trilogy. Why would you start here? Meanwhile, it doesn't do a good job teaching you the relevant things as far as... Oh, by the way, ammo powers don't actually factor into cooldowns anymore, so that's cool.
You haven't forgot how to shoot, have you?
No, I just don't plan on doing a lot of it.
Take him out. I'm out of ammo.
So yeah, you can use Carnage without having a shotgun equipped.
Have to take these things out the old-fashioned way. Don't let them grab you.
Wait, how'd I get backward there? Yeah, there are a couple of things with the way that this is laid out that's
Gotta find a way out of here.
interesting. Like I said, it's a good tutorial if you've never played the series before, but that doesn't make sense in a lot of ways.
Watch it.
And new mechanic. You can do basic melees, or you can do heavy melees, which in the case of Vanguards is a biotic push, or Yeah, you can do a sort of semi-nova, but yeah, Vanguards actually get 2 heavy melees in a way. Then again, they are a close-range class, that makes sense.
Through this way. Hey. It's okay.
Everyone's dying.
Come here. I need to get you someplace safe. Take my hand.
You can't help me.
Shepard! In here. This is a goddamn mess. Every minute these machines are here, thousands of innocent people die. I won't be responsible.
It's hard enough fighting a war, but it's worse knowing no matter how hard you try, you can't save them all.
Exactly. It's so fast. I thought we'd have more time.
We knew they were coming.
And they still just cut through our defenses. We need to go to the Citadel. Talk to the Council.
The Citadel? The fight's here.
It'll be everywhere soon enough. You said it yourself. The Reapers will destroy everything if we don't stop them. The Council has to help us.
You sure about that?
No, but you're a Council Spectre. That has to count for something. Kasha!
Thanks. I owe you one.
More than one. Grab some ammo. Reload. Let's keep moving.
By the way, it's weird. He always has to be in front, and the game will do some weird things to make sure he is.
Normandy, we're going to reroute. Do you copy? Normandy, come in, friendlies.
You two all right?
Get down! They'll see you!
Keep your head down.
So, one main thing that's changed about the combat here is... I should have done... That wasn't what I was expecting to happen. Let's try this one. Okay, I was trying to go for something to get something specific to happen here, but the game isn't quite being super cooperative. There we go. Power combos. I'll explain a bit more in a moment.
Shepard, over here.
I'm gonna make sure I had full ammo.
What happened here?
Our gunship was shot down. We barely made it.
You have a radio? We're trying to contact our ship.
No. There's one in the gunship, but it's gonna be crawling with those things.
Stay here, son. We'll get you out of here. Come on. Let's get to that gunship.
Alright, and... There's something around here. Oh, there it is. Medkit.
What the hell are those things?
And welcome to how this game's going to be spent playing, mostly. Oh, hey. Anderson in the squad, right. So we can level up Anderson, who has concussive shot, frag grenade, and fortification. Frag grenade is actually the new, I think it's the new ability that soldiers get. Oh, and he's also got that. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about incendiary ammo. Actually, no. Let's put a point in there just in case. Might not be a bad idea. And frag grenade. And yeah, passive defense powers actually work a little bit different now. Rather than like in the second game, or the first game where you just got extra shields or reduce damage for a certain amount of time, they are sustained abilities. You use them, and they are in effect until you remove them. You do have a way to manually remove each one of them, and each one does something interesting. Fortification here gives you a damage to your next melee attack. Or gives you a damage bonus to melee damage for a certain amount of time in general. But you have slower power cooldowns. Not really worried about that. And yeah, his passive ability is really boring, but we're gonna boost it up a lot. Mostly because it gives us that. That's gonna be useful. And let's see. Because this next section is a little weirdly designed. Right, I don't know why I leveled up the grenades. He doesn't have any grenades on him. Also, you might notice if you're actually paying attention to my health down there, health regeneration works a little bit different in this. Shields fully regenerate, but health will only regenerate to the next segment out of what you have. So I will not, unless I use first aid here, be able to recover past that first segment. First aid, though, in addition to reviving squad mates, so you can do that manually now, does fully restore your health from default. You can't actually upgrade first aid like you could in the first game. So it's pretty much at max power compared to where like it was in the first game. Also, we're a vanguard with a shotgun or with an assault rifle now, so that's cool. I think he's motioning us to do something. What could he be motioning us towards?
Normandy, this is Anderson. Do you read?
Admiral, what's your location?
By a downed gunship in the harbor. I'm activating its distress beacon. Send support. We've got wounded down here. Major! Damn it! I lost the signal.
Let's hope that beacon does its job.
And fast, we've got company.
So, this segment is kind of poorly designed because it doesn't tell. Because basically, what we have to do is waste all of our ammo to continue on. So, if you're fighting intelligently or playing on a lower difficulty level, this section will just basically never stop. But if you just sit here and blindly fire into enemy ranks, or even just do this. and then there'll be at least a partial delay. But, well, you know, let's have some fun.
Cavalry has arrived.
About time.
Let's go!
Welcome aboard, Shepard.
Thanks.
Shepard!
Come on!
I'm not going. You saw those men back there. There's a million more like them, and they need a leader.
We're in this fight together.
It's a fight we can't win. Not without help. We need every species and all their ships to even have a chance at defeating the Reapers. Talk to the Council. Convince them to help us.
What if they won't listen?
Then make them listen. Now go! That's an order.
I don't take orders from you anymore, remember?
Consider yourself reinstated, Commander. You know what you have to do.
I'll be back for you, and I'll bring every fleet I can. Good luck.
You too, Shepard.
What the hell's going on? Where's Anderson? Where are we going? Hey!
We're leaving.
Leaving?
What's going on?
Anderson wants us to go to the Citadel, get help for the fight.
Bullshit, he wouldn't order us to leave.
He can see what's going on. Without help, this war's already over.
Then you can drop me off at the nearest depot, cause
Stop it, Lieutenant! You don't want to go. We get it. But this isn't a democracy. We're going to the Citadel. You want out? You can catch a ride back from there.
Commander!
Joker, that you?
Alive and kicking. Got an emergency transmission from Admiral Hackett for you.
Patch it through.
Shepard, sustain heavy losses. The force was overwhelming. There's no way we can defeat them conventionally.
Anderson's already ordered me to the Citadel to talk to the Council.
First, I need you to Alliance outpost on Mars. Now we lose control of the system.
Yes, sir.
We've been researching the Prothean archives with Dr. Tassoni. We haven't found a way to stop the Reapers. The only way to stop them. Contact soon. Hack it out.
Joker, set a course for the Mars archives.
Mars? Roger that.
This is local. Why Mars? What does he think we'll find there?
I don't know. Yet. But if it helps us win this war... Grab your gear. Any sign of Reaper activity?
Negative.
Edie?
The base appears to be online. It's possible the inhabitants were evacuated.
We'll know soon enough. Be ready, Joker. Just in case.
Roger that. Normandy out.
We're almost there.
Still no contact from the base, but we've got a massive storm headed our way.
How long till it hits?
Half hour tops. After that, we're gonna have difficulty keeping up comms with the Normandy.
Understood.
Alright. So. Oh. Hey, we just gotta level up. Because, yeah, they give level ups very prominently in the beginning here. Which makes sense as a low-level character, but for us higher-level characters... well... it's kind of overpowering. That said, we're gonna hold off on this. Jump over here to take a look. They've got a lot of points to spend. So we're going to spend these points and then we're going to call it a day. Take a moment to talk about each character though, because Kaiden is back. You wanted to call him Kaiden, or no, I keep wanting to call him Kaiden. His name is Kaiden. I had it backwards. Either way. So, and yeah, his abilities, he has Barrier, Reeve, which Samara had in the last game, drains target's health, disrupts their resistances, disrupts their resistances, receiving increased damage protection while this power is effect. Overload, which is Overload, it's kind of the same as it's always been. Cryoblast, and then Alliance Officer. Spend the points to get each of these. Do a quicker cooldown time. And... okay, yeah, no, that's all the way over there. Oh, wait. There we go, yeah, powers penalty, yeah, because 60%, the powers cooldown is 60%, which is kind of interesting. It doesn't actually reduce the time for powers to cooldown directly. Rather, you can kind of think of it as each second is a point. So, take, for example, let's say Overload here. Currently, Overload takes 10.6 points to cool down and be, or for, adds 10.6 points to your cooldown time, let's say. Essentially put, with Barrier in effect, Kaiden was only getting 0.4 points per second. So in other words, overload now would take, it's time for some quick math here. God, I love calculators. When they work right. Wait, a decimal. Would now take 26 seconds to cool down. So, yeah. You do want to get to that one leveled up quite a bit. But, for the moment being, I'm going to focus on this bad boy. Weapon damage bonus, or health and shields bonus. To be honest, AI in this get a lot more out of weapon damage, just because their cooldowns, especially Kaiden here, Kaiden, whatever you want to call him, or whatever he is called. So, I have to think about that one. You know what? Yeah, let's go with the health and shield bonus, actually. And then, all things considered, Reeve is a good detonator. Where can we end up with this? Yeah, okay. Biotic powers it is. Alright, and so that's him, and now James. James is your Krogan squad mate, and basically he's, of course, human, if you couldn't tell by looking at him, but his abilities are more in the vein of what you'd expect from the Krogan squad mates, like Grunt, and, well, more so Grunt, because technically Rex was more of a vanguard. But yeah, he's big, he's beefy, he has a lot of health. I mean, you know, I've already done some boost to my health, and I'm barely surpassing him. Kaiden's pretty much at the maximum health he's going to get, I think. Yeah. And he's barely over where James is. So, his abilities, Fortification, passive ability. Oh, I forgot to talk about Barrier, what Barrier did, because all the other ones were kind of standard. But Barrier, of course, reinforces armor so you take less damage, but when you detonate it, it basically creates a field that launches all the enemies in the air as if they were all hit with lift. It's actually a pretty decent ability for Vanguard. I just don't really feel like using it. But whatever. Because you kind of need to be in close range. Like, it gives you extra armor, and when you're in close range, which Vanguards are, it gives you an interesting defense, or interesting offensive option. Fortification boosts melee damage when you purge it, and same as with Barrier and every other passive defensive skill. Slows down power usage, but provides a bonus to damage reduction. Though strange enough, Fortification, even though it's the soldier defensive power, gives a better, or reduces power cooldown more so, or less than Barrier, or I forget what the one for tech is, but yeah. That's the thing, I don't remember the one for tech. Frag Grenade, which is a grenade power. It basically is throw a grenade, and it does damage. It really gets interesting with some of the level ups, but we're going to leave that at 1 for the moment. Or are we? 2 is extra grenade capacity. That is useful. By the way, level 2 is, yeah, incendiary ammo. You know what? No, because he gets, if I remember correctly, shotguns and assault rifles. So I actually will want him to be using cryo ammo, so we're not going to use that. And Carnage. You actually, that's the bonus. You get the bonus power from talking to him at a certain point in the story. So, 2 characters using Carnage. It's going to be fun. And then, of course, passive. Health and damage. Health and damage. Now, because he's already pretty beefy and he has defensive options, weapon damage is what we're going to go for there. And he can actually get another health boost. Increase power damage. Decrease shield recharge delay. Well, actually, no, because he has Frag Grenade and Carnage. So, actually, yes, we're going to go for the power damage. Squad mate health and shields. or you can boost his health and shields and melee damage. And without even getting the maximum boost we can for him, he's already at almost 1,000 points of health. To be honest, health and shields plus 20%, because he actually benefits from it. It's not as insane as if you go for this, but, well, let's face it, he's already got insane health. He doesn't really need more. Especially since he doesn't rely very heavily on cooldown-based power, since pretty much he has an ammo power, a cooldown-based power, and a grenade power. Having him with fortification on 24/7 is kind of a good idea. So that boosts his health a little bit more, which will put him past the 1,000 health and 1,000 shield mark. And also, oh, I am 1 point short. Of course I am. So I can't spend that. But yeah, that's what we're going to be spending on next. So we've got our squad leveled up for where we're going to be for the moment. And, well, I think this is a good point to call it a day. Tune in next time where we get the game really started and explore Mars. Should be interesting. Until then, though, as always, later, folks.